for their survival, okay? One thing that we need for survival is shelter. This is how they built their shelter. They chopped down the trees by hand, and then they shaved off 4 sides to this round trunk so that it made 4 sides, a nice big huge block, and then those blocks were stacked. Now this middle step is called chinking. It's a mixture of mud, stone, and clay. Those are all things that were found in the soil in Illinois during this time. So you could make your whole house without relying on anybody else, just with what's around you in nature. They notched the corners so they fit together like a puzzle, and that made it nice and strong and sturdy, so it didn't require a lot of nails. Where do we get our nails from on the prairie? The blacksmith. If we're the first settlers here, there's no blacksmith yet, so we have to be very conservative with the materials that we've brought with us on our wagon. Yes, sir.
The one that's made out of the one that's made out of clay and soil. Is it hard? Is it hard?
What's hard? This stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like cement. Okay? So, we could build our shelter, but that's not the only thing we need to survive. What else do we need to survive? Food and water. And we're going to talk about food and water and how the settlers got those things when we get inside. So ladies, you're going to follow me. Gentlemen, follow the ladies.
I think she's supposed to the ladies in the back.
Ladies.
Ladies.
Because we have fire.
Oh my God.
You can come all the way up to the table. Just don't touch anything on the table, ladies. Ladies, you can wrap all the way around. Just do not pass this edge of the chair.
Can I wear myself with it?
Come on up, ladies. Scooch a little bit more. There you go. Just don't pass that line. And then, gentlemen, you'll follow in behind the ladies to form a second line there for me. I'm going to go ahead and put another log on our fire and keep us warm.
Oh, look. It's one of those things. Don't touch it.
Don't touch. All right. So, and can we shut that door? Would you mind? It helps keep it warm in here. So, if you're sitting on something, you shouldn't be. You should be standing.
No sitting.
No leaning, no standing. Okay. So, this is what your house would look like if you lived on the prairie during this time as a settler. Okay. Now, how many of you think you could live like this if you had to? With all your brothers and sisters and your parents and even sometimes your grandparents in this one room? Okay, good. That's awesome. I love to see your sense of adventure and spirit, okay? Now, keep in mind this house does not have any electricity, okay? So we have candles that we rely on. We have the fireplace for light. And what's our other source of light? The sunlight, okay? So today is a pretty cloudy day, so it's pretty dark in our house. We rely a lot on the sun coming in. Now, we also don't have any running water, okay? That means no bathrooms inside. So there were some challenges, but we could survive in this shelter. Now, what were those other things we talked about that you need for survival? Everyone say them together.
Food and water.
Where do we get our food? There are many ways we can get food here on the prairie, and it doesn't involve going to Target and buying groceries. Okay? What are some different ways we can get food on the prairie? Yes?
You get them by your cows, your animals.
Okay, so if we have cows, what kind of food do we get from cows?
Meat,
Milk and
butter.
Milk and meat and cream, yes. What else? Where else can we get our food? Yes?
From a farm?
From the farm, right? Which involves planting, harvesting. Okay, we would definitely do that. We can plant. What else? How else can we get food? Yes, sir.
Chickens.
Chickens! What do we get from chickens?
Eggs.
Eggs and meat if we need. But most of the time we would not have our chickens for meat. Most of the time we need those eggs. Okay? Very good. Those are all good things. How else can we get food?
Like pigs.
Pigs, right?
No.
This right here is a ham hock. So we have hogs
not
on
real.
our farm. We could use them for bacon and animal fat, things like that too. How else can we get food? There's some other ways. Yes, sir. Yeah, what do we get from the lake? What food can we get from the lake? Fish, yeah. So we can go fishing, okay? Now, we can go get fish from the river. There's a river that happens to be not too far from here called the DuPage River. It's about 300 yards away. We could get plenty of fish there. How else could we get food? You missed one big thing. The gentlemen would go out and they would what?
They would go hunting.
Hunting, right, hunting. So we would hunt for things like bison and elk and rabbits and squirrels, things like that. And the gentleman would bring that back home for the ladies to prepare, okay? We can also gather. So gathering is different from hunting. Gathering is where we find things growing in the wild, like berries, walnuts, okay? Herbs, things like that that grow naturally. We can go out and gather those things. Now, are you videoing, my dear? Can you not video?